So, Ted Cruz is being sued by a Houston-based attorney over his eligibility to run for president. Now, of course, I've covered this before, that Ted Cruz was born in Canada, and a lot of people question whether or not he could run. The assumption has always been with natural-born citizen, which is a requirement by the Constitution. If you want to run for president, you have to be a natural-born citizen, along with being 35 and living in the United States for so long, that you have to be a natural-born citizen to run. A lot of people question whether or not Ted Cruz is a natural-born citizen, being that he was born on foreign soil. Ted Cruz has said, well, my mother was an American, so I'm a natural-born American citizen, and I can run for president. And now we have an attorney who is suing him over that, saying, no, you can't run for president because you were born in Canada and you're not a natural-born citizen. So they asked this attorney, his name is Newton Schwartz, and he's out of Houston. They asked him why. He said, well, no one else is suing them. I do find it a little convenient. By the way, Newton Schwartz, the attorney who is suing Ted Cruz over his eligibility, registered Democrat. I do find it a little inconvenient that he's being sued now instead of months ago when he first came out. And everyone knew he was born in Canada. And people were like, oh, can he run? Can he run? Now that he's doing better in the polls. As he said, the Constitution hasn't changed since September. When someone else is saying, I think he can run, but now I don't know if he could run. And now with him, doing pretty well in the polls going into the Iowa caucus, he's getting sued. It's kind of inconvenient for Ted Cruz, don't you think? I mean, if this had been settled months back and some judge said, oh, yeah, you can run. Your mother's an American. It wouldn't be it wouldn't have affected his chances of running for president. But now, less than 2 weeks to the Iowa caucus, he's getting sued. It's like they kind of waited, It's sort of like if this guy hadn't sued him, and then Ted Cruz wins the Iowa caucus, wins New Hampshire, wins South Carolina, all of these, and he gets the nomination, he would have been sued then too, probably. By someone said, well, no one else was suing him. And we'll see how this plays out. I actually hope it does make it to the courts. A lot of people think that this lawyer's case is going to be dismissed because he doesn't have any standing, because he's not running for president himself. The courts are like, well, what does it matter to you? Well, I mean, you don't have, legal precedent to sue him, or something like that. But I'd like to see it play out so we can, get a Supreme Court definition of natural-born citizen. Now, despite what the media has told you, the Supreme Court has looked at natural-born citizens, not in relation to presidential qualifications, but in a case called Minor versus Hepperstedt. I think I'm saying the last name right, where a woman, she wanted to vote, but the law said she was a woman, she couldn't vote. She said, you know what, I'm a natural-born citizen, I can vote. So it got all the way to the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court said, they looked at it and she said, well, she's a natural-born citizen because both her parents were United States citizens. She was born in the United States. And they said, yes, you are a natural-born citizen based on the definitions that we use. But it doesn't matter. It didn't matter because they were sexist pigs, and they said the law is the law and you can't vote because you're a woman. Once again, this is before the 19th Amendment. And why we have the 19th Amendment. So I would like to see this play out in the courts so we can get a Supreme Court-backed definition of what the natural-born citizen is. And that will finally be done. So we'll see how that plays out.